All right, Fitlifers, Drew Canoli. I'm here with my good friend and Dr. Ching Chen. She's here from New York. She flew all the way in to be with you, to be here taking a stand for this really powerful movement that you're creating in your life. She's a doctor of Western medicine, but she also looks at the human body as a whole. So a lot of the people that she works with, Fitlifers, instead of writing prescriptions to them as a doctor would do, she actually looks more integrative at the holistic map of the body. So the videos that you watch with her in them are going to be from her own personal experience, from working with hundreds of individuals up in New York and throughout the world that have literally transformed their life by using her methods and tools. So now you're here to talk about the 6 warning signs?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the 6 warning signs of protein deficiency. And of course, if you busted up your knee, like I did, you're going to need a lot more protein to rebuild those muscles back up.
So I know people are thinking right now, they're like, well, how much protein should I have during the day? You told me a real quick calculation that seems to work for you and your clients, right?
Yeah. So in general, what you want to do is take your weight, divide it by 2, because we're approximately converting it to kilograms. Okay. So if you're 100 pounds, you divide it by 2, you would be about 50 kgs. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you take that and divide it into your 3 meals, right? And your 2 snacks, because you want to have even amount of energy throughout the day. So if you were 50 kgs, what you would do, you would have about, and that's someone that's very light, like really tiny Asian chicks, like half my size, by the way. So anyway, you would divide that through the 5 meals, about 10 grams of protein per meal.
Cool.
Super easy, right?
Easy, simple.
Yeah.
Cool. So what are the 6 warning signs to being protein deficient?
Well, one of the most common ones you can actually see on everybody's face, and it's having puffy cheeks, like, that of a really cute kid.
So like this?
Yes, chipmunk face babies, right? Those are like really pinchable stuff that everybody really likes. Well, actually, that pinchable stuff is actually a protein carbohydrate imbalance. Another thing that you can see in the face most commonly is you have swollen eyes, and so, like, if you look at the parents, and if you have eyelids, right, and you have an indent, but you don't see it on the kid, well, that's part of it as well. Mm-hmm. But the swelling goes elsewhere in the body. You can have swollen hands, right? You have this little round puff here, and you think like, oh, that's cool, that's cute, but that's actually swelling from protein deficiency. You could also see it in the wrist. So then also you mentioned thinning hair as well is one of the signs, right? Absolutely. So a lot of people wondering, like, and you'll see it very, very common, and even in kids, because when they're first born and they don't have a full head of hair and it's kind of thinning up here already. Mm-hmm. And so that thinning actually has a lot to do with protein deficiency, but it also has a good part to do with genetics and your gut. Because if your parents have this already, mm-hmm. if you look at the father and mother, and they already have thinning patterns, it also gets passed down to mm-hmm. the children as well.
All right, so if you ever wake up in the morning and you have brain fog and you feel a little lethargic, it's not because you're not, getting enough caffeine or anything like that. It's actually because you could be protein deficient, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, because you don't have enough protein and nutrients to actually feed your brain. Mm-hmm. That's causing like this really like blah like feeling. Mm-hmm. And so you won't be excited about life, and most people, for instance, take antidepressant for it, but actually what they really need to do is look into their diet and look into mm-hmm. the amount of protein that they eat. Good protein, that is.
Cool.
People who have protein deficiency will also experience very dry, flaky, light skin, along with skin discoloration. They'll be spotty all the time, and it's not so good looking, but also because when you're protein deficient, you'll open up your skin to have other opportunistic infections as well, like fungus, candida.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right, so those are the 6 warning signs that you could be protein deficient. Now, what type of remedy what can they do about it?
Well, I always recommend people looking into their diet. So I have people do a diary, a food diary, and see what they eat, catalog what they eat. And now, because of the advent of iPhone, smartphone, it makes it that much easier. And one of my favorite apps that you can use to do this is the MyFitnessPal and also Lose It. What I tell people to do is look at, when you log in, it'll give you an opportunity to look at the amount of protein intake you have, the carbohydrates and the fat content, as well as the nutritional content as well. If you are protein deficient and people with the fat bellies, especially if they're trying to lose weight and get rid of some of this water weight from the hand, the face, and stuff like that, you want to have your protein content at 40%. Okay, so you want a 40 and then 30-30, super simple, right? 30-30 is 30% for the carbohydrate, and that includes sugar, by the way, and 30% for the fat. And you want more of this to be plant-based rather than meat-based.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that in our next video. We're going to talk about what protein sources are best for you, that you can break down and absorb the most, because it's not what you eat, it's what you absorb. So we're going to talk about that in our next video, right?
Absolutely. So stay tuned.
Wow, thank you so much for all that amazing information. And
you're so welcome.
Coming all the way from New York, you guys. Fitlifers, give her a big thumbs up. And also check out her website. We're going to post a link below this as well that'll take you to her, Dr. Ching Chang. It's been awesome. We're going to do a few more videos together, and you can check her out and see more of what she's doing in the world as well by clicking the link, you guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Yep. Remember, we're in this together.